to be here, and it's great to see so many of you again gathered to support the Imago School. For you, those of you who don't know me, my name is John Bottini, and I am the treasurer of the school. I think of more interest is that I'm the geometry teacher, and as we expand into the high school years, as Marcos described, I will be teaching more advanced math classes and also chemistry. And that was my subject as an undergraduate and a graduate student. I would love to go on at length about how blessed I am to be part of this wonderful school. The remarks that Karen made, so much of that resonated with me in my own experience, in my brief experience with the school, not as a parent of students, but really, in working with the faculty and the administration and the wonderful group of parents and the students, the families that we have. But that's not my role this evening. I'd also love to be drawing triangles and circles and talk about geometric inversion and how to prove the Feuerbach theorem. But being the treasurer and the money guy, my role this evening is to talk about money and to invite your attention to the cards that are at your tables, which someone should be passing around if they haven't already been. I want to say, this morning I was at Dunkin' Donuts preparing my remarks, and I thought, okay, Marta has given me 5 minutes, and I think there was also the threat that if I went long that she'd beat the stuffing out of me at ping pong. But I thought, surely I can spare a minute to say something nice about my colleagues and the students and their families, the excitement and the challenges involved in starting the high school. So I jotted down a few thoughts, and, well, I kept jotting. I filled a couple pages and thought, this is getting kind of long. I wonder how long. So I read it out loud. 12 minutes. and nothing about money. But I don't think it was a wasted effort. With all the nice things I had to say, I'm sure a few of the Sudbury Dunkin' Donuts customers are going to be enrolling their children. So anyway, back to those cards at the table. I'm sure you see them there. The Imago School depends significantly on gifts from our generous supporters. We do not have a large endowment, and what we charge in tuition does not cover all of our costs. Thanks to you, we're able to serve God by serving His children and their families, coming alongside them to support them in their responsibility to form their children as disciples of Jesus. What I really want to emphasize here is that even though we work hard to keep costs down, and our tuition is modest in comparison to many other schools, there are many families who would not be able to send their children to Imago unless the school offered financial assistance. It's very important that we continue to be able to offer scholarships to families with limited financial means. Imago is not merely for the well-to-do. We depend on your generosity to support our financial aid program, which comes from our general fund. Also know that we continue to build our Founders Scholarship Fund, which in time we hope to grow to a point where its investment return will meet a significant part of the financial aid awards that we make. Thus, the cards show 2 ways that you can direct your gift: General Fund and Founders Scholarship Fund. Of course, we're grateful for whichever way you direct your gift. Some may be wondering about the high school and why we have not listed the high school as an option on the card. 2 points. First, if you would like to dedicate your gift to the high school, of course you may do so. Just write it on the form and/or your check. My second point is, while the high school is obviously a very important part of Imago's future, it's the subject of other fundraising activities that Marcos mentioned. And tonight we want to make sure that we call attention to all of the needs of Imago, especially our ability to provide financial aid, hence the emphasis of this appeal. So please, prayerfully consider your gift. You can be assured that each gift is treasured, and that as loyal stewards of this school, we will attempt, through prayer and with God's grace, to discern His will for all that He has entrusted to us. Thank you for listening, thank you for coming, and thank you for your support. And with that, I think we'll give you a few minutes to review the cards, and during that time, I think Polly's going to come up and play some music for us. So with that, thank you very much.